Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gray again. Today, we're playing Roblox. But while we play, let me tell you a mystery that nobody in an entire town could solve. Imagine this. Every midnight, a strange golden light appeared at the top of an old clock tower. Nobody knew where it came from. Some people thought it was a ghost. Others believed it was pointing to a hidden treasure. But no one was brave enough to find out the truth. That is, until three curious friends decided to investigate. What they discovered led them to secret maps, hidden clues, and a mystery that had been hidden for over 100 years. Was there really treasure inside the tower? What was causing the mysterious light? And what incredible secret was waiting at the very top? Stay with me until the end, because the answer is something nobody expected. So grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and let's jump into today's story, The Secret of the Old Clock Tower. Let's begin. For as long as anyone could remember, the old clock tower stood at the center of Maplewood Town. It was tall, very tall. Its giant clock could be seen from almost anywhere. Every hour, its bells echoed throughout the town. Dong, dong, dong. The townspeople barely paid attention to it anymore. After all, it had been there for over 100 years. But there was one thing nobody could explain. Every night, exactly at midnight, a strange golden light appeared at the top of the tower. Not every night, only sometimes. And whenever it appeared, it lasted for exactly 1 minute before vanishing. Nobody knew where it came from. Nobody knew why it appeared, and nobody had ever found the source. Naturally, rumors began to spread. Some people believed it was a ghost. Others thought it was hidden treasure. A few even claimed the tower was magical. Among the curious townspeople were three best friends, Ava, Ben, and Oliver. The three loved mysteries more than anything. Whenever something strange happened in Maplewood, they were always the first to investigate. One evening, while riding their bikes home, Ben pointed toward the tower. "Look!" The others turned. High above them, a faint golden glow flickered through one of the windows. Then it disappeared. The three friends stopped their bikes. "Did you see that?" Ava asked. Oliver nodded. "The light." Ben grinned. "I think we just found our next mystery." The following day, they began investigating. First, they visited the town library. Mrs. Thompson, the librarian, helped them search through old records. Most books only talked about the tower's construction. But one old journal caught Ava's attention. The journal had belonged to the tower's first caretaker. Inside was a strange sentence. "The light will guide those who seek the truth." The children stared at the words. "What does that mean?" Oliver asked. Nobody knew, but they had their first clue. That afternoon, they visited the tower itself. The old wooden doors were unlocked. Inside, a spiral staircase wound upward into darkness. The tower felt ancient. Dust covered the walls. Old gears clicked softly above them. Tick, tick, tick. The friends climbed carefully. The higher they went, the quieter the town became. Finally, they reached the clock room. Massive gears turned slowly around them. The machinery was incredible, but they found no golden light, no treasure, no answers. Then Ben noticed something strange. One brick in the wall looked different. It was slightly darker than the others. When he pressed it, click, a hidden compartment opened. Inside was a small metal box. The children gasped. Ava carefully opened it. Inside was a folded piece of paper. It contained a map, and at the bottom were 4 words: "Follow the midnight light." The mystery had just become much bigger. For the next few nights, the friends watched the tower from afar. Then, finally, at exactly midnight, the golden light appeared again. This time, they noticed something important. The beam wasn't random. It pointed toward the edge of town, almost like an arrow. The next morning, they followed its direction. The trail led them through a park, across a bridge, and finally into a forgotten section of the town forest. There they discovered an old stone marker hidden beneath vines. Carved into the stone was a symbol identical to one on the map. The children exchanged excited looks. They were on the right path. Nearby, Oliver found another clue, a small metal plaque buried in the dirt. It read, "The second key lies where water seems." "What does that mean?" Ben asked. Ava smiled. "I think I know." The town had only one place known for singing water, a waterfall outside Maplewood. The friends hurried there. Behind the waterfall, hidden among the rocks, they discovered a rusty metal key. Attached was another note. "The final secret awaits above." Above, the children immediately thought of the clock tower. That night, they returned, carrying the key, climbing the stairs once more. Near the very top of the tower, they found an old locked hatch hidden behind the gears. The key fit perfectly. Click. Slide. The hatch opened. A narrow ladder led upward. The children climbed and emerged into a tiny hidden room above the clock. Their eyes widened. The room was filled with old photographs, maps, letters, and journals from the founders of Maplewood. But most surprising of all, there was no treasure, at least not the kind they expected. Instead, they discovered the history of their entire town, stories that had nearly been forgotten, records of the first families, pictures over 100 years old. The hidden room was a time capsule, a treasure of memories. Suddenly, a voice spoke behind them. "You found it." The children turned. Standing there was Mr. Carter, the elderly town historian. He smiled warmly. For years, he had secretly maintained the hidden room. The midnight light was designed long ago by the tower's builders. Whenever it shone, it pointed toward clues that protected Maplewood's history. The founders wanted future generations to discover the town's story through adventure and curiosity. The children couldn't believe it. The mystery wasn't about gold, or ghosts, or magic. It was about something even more valuable: remembering the past. A few weeks later, the hidden room became a small museum. People from all over town came to visit. And everyone agreed on one thing: without Ava, Ben, and Oliver, the clock tower's secret might have remained hidden forever. And from that day on, whenever the clock bells rang, the 3 friends smiled, because they knew a secret that most people never would. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and your support means a lot to me. Thank you.